this week's episode of Hollywood Update on Central Spotlight. I'm Caroline Powers.
And I'm Sarah Roebuck.
And we have the latest Hollywood dish for you. While I'm not a big fan of the show, men and women all across America love watching desperate individuals seek love. And this season on The Bachelorette, there's not one, but two girls who will be competing to find the love of their life. The men in the house will be voting on which woman they like the most, and in the end, only one of them will be handing out a final rose. Tune in this season for something that's new in Bachelor/Bachelorette history.
This past weekend, Cinderella took first place at the box office. In second place was Run All Night, and in third, Kingsman's Secret Service.
The 20th season of Dancing with the Stars premiered on Monday. Celebrities who are putting on their dancing shoes this season include Shark Tank entrepreneur Robert Herjavec, last season's Bachelor Chris Soules, NFL player Michael Sam, Suzanne Summers, and LMFAO member Red Foo. After Monday's episode, the person who had the highest score was Rumor Willis. With a high score of 32 out of 40, people are saying that she could be one to compete with on the dance floor and that her dancing partner Val will be seeing a great season out of them.
Disney's live-action Beauty and the Beast will be a musical just like the original 1991 animated version. The Beauty and the Beast live-action film will feature new songs and old songs. The film begins filming in London this May in order to reach a March 17, 2017 release day.
If you're a fan of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, you've seen a handful of his lip-sync battles with celebrities like Emma Stone, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Will Ferrell. Well, now Spike TV is bringing a whole show dedicated to lip-sync battles. Lip Sync Battle is premiering on April 2nd with LL Cool J as the host. Make sure you tune in to this entertaining and exciting new show.
Mr. Holmes follows a 93-year-old Sherlock who is looking back on his life and his one unsolved mystery. As a fan of Sherlock myself, I am really looking forward to this movie. Thanks for tuning in to the Hollywood Update on Central Spotlight. I'm Sarah Roebuck.
And I'm Caroline Powers.
Catch you next time.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode of RSL on the Spotlight. I'm your host, Alicia Bergio. Today I had the opportunity to sit down with three lovely ladies from the organization Future Child Advocates right here at CMU. Emily Bemis, Cassandra Wilkie, and Chelsea Dixon gave me a little bit of insight about what this organization is all about. Let's check out what they had to say. All right, so ladies, what are each of your responsibilities in this organization? Emily, you can start.
Okay. I'm vice president. I guess more or less I just kind of work with Cassandra and help her out in anything that really needs to be done. I kind of started, emailing about information to people about when the meetings start, that kind of stuff.
So I'm the president, and I oversee a lot of what everyone else does, and kind of organize the events that are happening, kind of get the ball rolling, and then work with all the other e-board members and kind of like a different assignments that I need help on or their area of expertise, like our social events coordinator. I look for her to make the flyers or be in contact with other people. I really rely on Emily and Chelsea a lot to help me out and kind of keep tabs on everyone. Definitely. And kind of keep the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Finish your own sentences.
Yeah. I'm a secretary, so I'm kind of the go-between between Cassandra and Emily and everybody else in the group. So anything we talk about in our e-board meetings, I kind of relay that information to the other e-board members and the other members of the group. So
Great. Now, Cassandra, I understand that you and Emily had a huge part in creating Future Child Advocates. What made you two want to create this organization?
So last spring we were taking a course on campus, and we met with Holly Hoffman, who's our faculty advisor. And it kind of was brought up because there's a sister organization we have with New York. And it was kind of Holly was I'd really like to start this, but I need students to do it. Is anyone interested? And I was the first one, and I wanted that president spot so bad. I ran to the sheet and got involved, and Emily was there. And we really just jumped up to it. We didn't know what we were gonna do, where we were gonna go with it, and just kind of ran with this sister group. And we're what can we do, and how can we help impact our community? So
Yeah, I think Holly was so passionate about it, and we're obviously all really passionate for children. So any way that we could really help them was good. And then she she pitched it really well to us, I think. So
Right.
she definitely got us on board, and
That's great.
we've been working really hard ever since.
Yeah.
That's great. What exactly is Future Child Advocates for those that are unfamiliar with this organization?
So Future Child Advocates is working with like college students to be advocates for the future, and like how we can get involved in our community and how we can train or help other pre-professionals get ready for their careers in, you know, any job really. But since we're in EHS, we have a lot of teachers and social workers and stuff. We kind of drive to get into our community and put on events and like help people just like be aware of bullying and be aware of abuse and the signs of it. So when you are in the world or in the grocery store or in a classroom, you know what the signs are, you know how to help children, you know if you should call versus going back and forth and not doing it and when you should. And it just kind of, you know, helps children overall just to be aware of it.
It's a great organization. And Chelsea, as you've already mentioned, you are the secretary of the group, and I mean, that's a pretty important role to take on. So what made you want to take part in this organization?
Well, like they said, Holly was a really big advocate for this group, and she was so excited. She was a really big cheerleader for it, and I had her in a class 2 semesters ago too. And I'm a special education major, and statistics show that students with disabilities are like 2 times more likely to be bullied or abused than students without. And I have a really big place in my heart for students with disabilities and just for children in general. And so I thought that this topic is such a hard topic for people to talk about, and I want to be the person to get the conversation started and start talking about it and trying to put a more positive spin on it and talk about what can we do for these children to help them instead of just talking about all of the bad stuff, just trying to like explain to people this is what you can do and this is how it's going to help. And I thought that was really important. So
That's great.
yeah.
Now, following that question, this RSO collaborates with the Child and Family Enrichment in Mount Pleasant. What kinds of activities do you ladies focus on with that group?
So we met with Brooke and Sam that are advocates at Cafe, and we are actually doing an event next Wednesday, March 25th, with them about proper and like education on sexual development in children. So for parents and educators, they know the proper, you know, sexual development, it happens, what signs they'll show, what things they might be doing, and red flags that you really need to be aware of that might give hints to abuse or something that might be going on that parents need to be aware of. And it's just an uncomfortable subject. Parents don't like to talk about it. And if you make them more comfortable, then their children will feel less uncomfortable, and just bringing it up and giving them an opportunity to talk about it.
Yeah, I think a lot of things now are like so sexualized that it's awkward to talk about that, especially with your kids, because you want them to shelter. You want to shelter them, and you can't do that because they're obviously in the real world as well. So by you having to get out there and talk to them about it, parents, I think, have a hard time. So we really worked with them to try to get a night where we could have parents just relax about the situation. Like, it's normal, it's natural, it's your body, but you need to make sure that they know that this is a good touch and this is a bad touch. And like specific signs, because Brooke did mention that most of the time the child is abused physically, sexually by someone that they know, someone in their family, someone that's a closer acquaintance. So you could be your uncle and you can trust them 100% and you're leaving them to be babysat, but you don't know what's going on. So like specific signs that they'll be able to relay to the parents to really watch out for. And like she said, it's a really touchy subject, so
And I
they need to
that-
become more comfortable.
Yeah, I think that making the children more comfortable with themselves is going to allow them to feel more comfortable talking about if there is something going on, because so many times it goes unsaid and the child doesn't talk about it. And I think that parents talking about it with their kids and telling them these things will make them more comfortable and more willing to talk about it if something does
Most
happen.
definitely, yeah.
It also comes down to if, you know, like as adults and we see touching in a certain way really negative and that kind of freaks us out, we're like, oh, that's bad. Well, until we stigmatize it, it's not bad. If it's normal sexual development, that's what's going to happen. and they have to learn, but you should know the red flags just to be aware of it. It is a conversation to be told and talked about, and just have the right education as an educator or as a parent.
Yeah, that's so true. True, definitely. Now, I know raising awareness of abuse is an essential part in this organization. How does Future Child Advocates get individuals to engage and really understand the severity of this issue?
We, we're really partnering with Cafe. We've done that a lot. We do awareness where we have ribbons that Chelsea's wearing. And we're going to be selling them on campus and passing them around. And it's just important for educators in general to know that it happens. And I know going through the education courses, you learn about some signals to be looking for, in preschool or elementary, just to be aware of it, because you're always going to want to think you have the best families, but you really need to be watching out for the children.
Right.
So just being on campus and giving other students like us an opportunity to come and learn and push themselves to advocate for the future and be able to spread the word.
Right. Yeah, it's word of mouth, honestly, because you can't obviously parade a kid who's being abused and look at this kid and, it's word of mouth telling other people about it. And
I think just in informing other students that, and not just education students, not just students who are going to be teachers or early childhood, social workers and psychologists, anybody in those fields too, is they're going to possibly have futures working with children. And so we want to make them aware that they are able to see signs and there's things that they can do to talk about those signs when they see them.
Right. Or honestly, even people in the public, you could be walking through a grocery store and seeing a kid being abused, but somebody might think, oh, they're just being parents and whatever. But sometimes it's over the line, and you could be working in a business and see that. And what should you do in that situation? Because being an advocate for a child, that child may not have a voice to be able to speak. So you need to help them to be that voice. So you need to say that's wrong and do something about it instead of keep letting it happening.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people, they don't know what to do when they see that kind of thing happening.
Right.
So,
And anyone can be an advocate. There are tons of numbers you can call. The police, there are mandated reporting lines. There are tons, central intake that you can call and you can ask, but is this something that I should report? And they'll tell you yes or no before you make, the claim or whatever. But anyone can do it, and everyone should stand up if you see something wrong. If someone was questioning some of my parenting, I would be so happy someone cared enough to call about my own child.
Right.
If I was upset with them in the store and someone called, they cared enough for my kid, and I think that's really powerful.
that is, it's extremely important. Yeah. Now, leading to my next question, children that have suffered from neglect, bullying, abuse, and so on and so forth, are they able to come to this organization to speak about their experiences at all with you ladies, or?
I feel like we'd be more than welcome to have that. If it would be good for a meeting to have a child come in and really share their experiences. But I feel like our group is more towards raising awareness and advocating for those kids who are being abused to get a voice out there. It's more or less education rather than trying to get in there. So we're trying to help those people, pre-professionals that are going to see it and going to deal with it, and help them to be able to handle it more than being able for the children to come to our group. But I mean,
I'm sure we'd welcome it with open arms.
Oh, of course.
But we're not going to go seek out children. And
Right now, we're just trying to get our feet off the ground and really start advocating and educating people on what we're here to do. So.
Yeah. How long has this organization been, a part of CMU?
it's really, really new.
just a year.
Yeah.
So Emily and I, we roped Chelsea in this fall, but we really started it. We had to write the Constitution, come up with all the jobs and what we were really going to do. So we're really digging it from ground up at this point. And
we're definitely trying hard. We're so passionate about this, and Holly's so passionate about it, and we're trying so hard. And it's more or less, we got to get other kids on campus involved. We have to get other students here, and we can only do so much of, hey, come to our RSO, hey, let's try to get this going. And it's definitely been a hard road, but I think we finally are able to say that we're doing something now. I mean, our group is really small right now, but it'll get there.
There's a lot of passionate people,
Right.
so I think that
That's all that matters,
Right.
As long as you're passionate, you can get that word out there and
Yeah.
spread it. So.
Absolutely.
Now, I heard through the grapevine that this group is hosting a children's book drive. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. When is that taking place?
So it's taking place right now until the first week of April. The boxes are in the EHS building at the front entrance and the entrance closest to the construction site, I guess.
Okay.
And then in the north side of Whiteman, there's a box. We're collecting books, gently used or new, and we're going to donate them to a lower SES school or a classroom in need or some children that we just think could really use literacy to do a little bit of promoting for March's Reading Month.
And what exactly is SES?
So SES is low socioeconomic status, but we're doing it towards like low socioeconomic status. So kids in the poor communities and stuff that don't have enough money to buy books, or their schools don't have enough money to provide them with books, so they're not getting enough exposure to these books. So we're truly trying to, spread the love, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, does Future Child Advocates have any more events coming up this year, or no?
We'll have to keep you updated.
We have the event with Cafe with the parents. So any parents who want to come to be able to have a professional tell them and help them and guide them through that process of talking to their kids. And
Yeah, it's next Wednesday.
Yep.
Next Wednesday?
March 25th from 5:30 to 7 here in the EHS building. And Sam Dush from Cafe is going to be our presenter.
And then we're also going to have a table at the Michigan DEC conference on May 1st. And so we'll be selling ribbons, and we're also going to be making coasters. So we'll be selling those to raise money for our RSO. So
Great. Now, Emily, how can students join this organization?
well, as of right now, we've just had them emailing me to get involved, I guess, and just saying that you want to join. Or we have meetings on every other Thursday. So we have one coming up this Thursday at 7 o'clock in EHS 413. So honestly, you can just show up. You're more than welcome. The door's open.
Great.
So anybody can just come in or email me, shoot me an email, and let me know that you want to get involved, or
Great.
if they want any more information.
Awesome. And lastly, if anybody has any questions regarding this organization, how can they get a hold of this group?
We have a Facebook page for Future Child Advocates of CMU, and they could email any of the three of us.
Or
And
Facebook message.
Yeah, we have everything. Or Holly Hoffman would be a good contact too. She
Yes,
can send you our
definitely.
direction. And
Or if you see me walking down the campus.
yeah.
Well, great, ladies. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for your
no
time.
problem.
thank you so much for having us.
This is a
We
great
really appreciate
organization.
it.
Of course. That's all for today's show. Make sure you tune in next time for a brand new episode of RSO in the Spotlight. See you next time.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Nerd Report. I'm your host, Dustin Drew.
And I am your other host, Lindsay Schwalm. We have decided to do something a little bit different for you guys this week in honor of it being, the first week back from spring break here at CMU. Due to various requests we've gotten through our Twitter, which is 2 Nerds, 1 Couch, just in case anyone's forgotten, because we never mention it at all. We're going to be doing a review/playthrough of a indie game, I guess it could be called. Of a video game for the PC. It is called Goat Simulator.
Yes, the name of the game is Goat Simulator, and it's a game that talks about the culture of America and America's society. It's a cultural milestone. It really is. It's a beautiful, beautiful game, and you really, really need to watch this Let's Play of it because it's very serious and can possibly help you with your life.
Oh, yes. And if you guys want to see us review and or let's play any video games, be it PC or console in the future, please let us know through Twitter. We will definitely see if we can get on that for you guys. In the meantime, without any further ado, we give you Goat Simulator.
Okay, here we go with Goat Simulator.
Yes, welcome to Goat Simulator, where you will experience life as a goat. I don't think there's much of a better way to put that. We can select a certain map to play on. We are currently playing on the PC, but we're playing with a PlayStation controller actually attached with a USB port. You can play with a touchpad or mouse. We have the lovely select a mutator option.
Yeah, you can be an Italian dinosaur goat. That entire thing is just confusing.
Just what you've always wanted.
I know. I always like dream about being an Italian dinosaur
Specifically,
goat.
yeah. That's...
Goatborn, which I'm guessing is like Dragonborn from a frickin' Skyrim.
And then the mysterious tank.
Zeus.
Microwave.
Oh yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
I really would. Screw it. Let's just be a goat. I want to be a goat. I want to be myself.
Just a simple, unassuming goat.
Yeah.
So we've got some controls here. We've got the option for slow motion, lick, of course, just in case you need that one. Sprinting, walking,
and then perfect landing.
Yes.
Okay.
So here we are. We're in an open sandbox world, that much I do know, where you can interact with pretty much everything around you.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
We got points for that, by the way.
Hey, buddy. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you
he
fell?
gave
Oh,
up.
bye. Don't you look at me. Don't you freaking look at me. You freaking jerk.
So in case you guys are wondering, although there are points to be gained and quests, there are definitely quests and achievements, and a trophy. We have a trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have 4 out of 30. Yay.
Other than that, though, there really is no apparent structure.
Oh, boy. Whoa, jeez. Whoa, you alright, buddy?
See, but he's always...
What? What just happened? Oh my goodness. I'm...
Goat Simulator, exploring alternate realities since today.
I think I just saw hell. This is the struggle that a goat goes on like a daily basis.
This is a slice of life. It really is.
The game mechanics are like, they're so deep and so interesting and intricate. Like that guy, for example, that seems to have problems being a human being. That's a metaphor for like life and the daily struggles that people go through, and the goat will lick him to symbolize the beauty between the relationship between a man and his goat. It's such a just look at this. Oh my goodness.
We're running up into the rocky hillside there.
And see this man on fire?
Yeah.
See this man on fire? You see him?
He's a little upset, but not so much.
He's a little heated right now.
Oh,
Someone killed me. That was a terrible joke.
It was a good James Bond.
No.
So we were licking S. right now.
S. Perfect.
Taking him up the mysterious mountainside.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here are the torches. Frickin'. Here we go. Here you go.
Excellent. This is exactly what I expected to see.
Here you go, buddy. There you go, buddy. Just lay there. I'll bring some friends for you.
And it's directed us to gather the sacrifices. So,
Oh, look at it.
I'm a blood goat now. Death metal and all that other stuff.
that was... There we go. That's...
And another thing I forgot to mention, with each like mutation that you get, this is a mutation. With each mutation, okay, all right, hold on, get out.
Even the demon goat can't stand up to a Mack truck.
All right, so with each mutation, you get like some sort of special power. So yeah, we're gonna travel to this next place.
Yeah, we'll just prance on. Move, jump, headbutt, and rotate in the air. Yes, you can do backflips and front flips, and also as you've seen.
My only goal is to goat. I just want to goat.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome way to put it.
I got sacrificed.
Oh, you got sacrifice once. Oh, That's one of them. Oh, what the hell?
I think this is our special.
Did we turn into super? Hey, look, an island. Let's fly over there. Oh, where even? Do I just?
And now we'll be leaving the atmosphere.
I want to turn this into slow mo.
Yeah. So this is.
Oh yeah, the satisfaction.
Beautiful, absolute freaking lootly beautiful.
This is what this game's all about, really.
Yes,
at its core.
Now crash into Earth. I don't. Wow.
I'm not even sure.
Look at this landscape. Aren't the graphics on this beautiful? Look at the sun. The graphics, really.
This might be a time to point out, when you go to the start screen, you can see your quests, things like that, but you also have the very, very, very valuable option to respawn. There we go!
Oh!
If you guys are interested in spending, minutes to hours as a goat, this is the place to go. This is the only place to go that I know of.
Oops.
There's all kinds of add-ons right now that we can download. There's the Goat MMO simulator.
Yeah, it's really, really similar to WoW or World of Warcraft for you non-nerds out there. And it's pretty freaking awesome. Hey, brethren! Hey, guys!
Hail me!
A bouncy castle.
Yeah!
Excellent.
Can I write this bull? I can't write this bull. Lady? No, I am not part of... Okay, whatever.
Goat Rider. Ride or die, man.
Whatever.
I feel like this wasn't our original... Did the person just change that was writing us?
Wasn't it a chick at first?
It was. Now it's,
Maybe it's part of his metamorphosis. Maybe, like, once she hops on us, she becomes a man. Maybe that's part of some...
I don't think we should even question what's going on. We've got tracksuit Eminem right now.
Yeah.
So.
This is another comment on the culture of America. How Americans are... I can't even say anything about this. This is quite simply just a man riding a goat. There's no way to explain this.
He's smiling. He's happy. It's good all around.
He looks so alive.
So on that note, we probably should start trying to wrap things up here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh my sweet. Okay. I just want to. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I feel like we should end this on some kind of like magnificent crowd goat.
Okay, well,
moment,
you know what? Here's how we're gonna end this one. We're gonna.
Yeah, there we go.
That's how we're gonna end this. We're gonna end this riding off into the. Where even am I?
We're going towards the
There we go.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. You know what? Let's just end it like this. Let's end it on this peaceful.
I feel like we should have some slow motion, just to really absorb what's happening here. So yes, this has been Goat Simulator. You guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Please, if the stuff of nightmares has not deterred you from coming back next week, join us next week as we interview the president of Central Michigan University's Game Developer Club. Yeah. It should be a whole lot more educational than this particular video, but I do hope you guys have gained something from it.
Yes. So, yeah. Definitely get this game. Once again, Goat Simulator is $9.99 on Steam. If you're lucky, you can find it at Walmart like I did. So yeah. Once again, this has been the Nerd Report. I'm your host, Dustin Drew.
And I am your other host, Lindsay Schwalm. Yeah, I don't know anymore. I don't think I'll be able to sleep tonight. I hope you guys have better luck and had an excellent spring break.
Bye, guys.
See you next time.
Hi guys, I'm Isis and welcome back from spring break. I hope you enjoyed yourselves because it's now time to hit the books. And I have your music minutes for this week. Coming up this week around campus, the School of Music presents Opera Marriage of Figaro, featuring the CMU Symphony Orchestra. This event takes place throughout the weekend on Friday and Saturday. The doors open at 6:45 and 1:15 on Sunday. You can find more details on this event on CMU's Ticket Central page. Coming up tonight on campus, the CMU Program Board invites you to a free event called That Tune Game Show. It takes place in the UC Rotunda from 7 to 9 p.m. The contact number for that is 774-3174. Now, I'm not sure what type of event or how it's set up, but obviously it involves music, and it's free, so you should check it out. All right, moving on to celebrity news. Andy Frazier, who co-wrote the famous rock anthem, All Right Now, died Monday in Temecula, California. He was 62. Tess Boyer, a contestant on The Voice, went on a hiatus to find the purpose God wanted for her. But before notifying her friends and fan base or giving them any sort of warning, she deleted all of her social media and stopped returning phone calls and basically vanished, which put them in a state of panic and led them to believe she was missing. The hashtag #FindTessBoyer was created. On Tuesday, Tess came forward and relayed to everyone with a short video to show that she was in fact not missing, and encouraged them to start the new hashtag #FindYourself. Well, I personally hope that she finds the journey that she's searching for. And that's it for your Music Minutes. I'm Isis.